Introducing Hazel Kate Ward, born April 18, 2019, to first-time parents Matt and Maggie. Matt and Maggie, who are both from Winston-Salem, met almost 11 years ago at Lowe's Hardware, where Matt was working at the time. They've been married now for 5 years. Matt is a dispatcher for Salem Carriers, and Maggie works for Wake Forest Baptist Outpatient Imaging as a scheduler. Matt started attending Pinedale when he met Maggie. Maggie, on the other hand, started attending when she was born. It's truly a family affair. 4 generations on Maggie's side have been active members here at the church. Hazel and her parents enjoy gathering with their extended family and having movie nights. Introducing Leo Nicholas Powell, born June 8, 2019, to Nick and Brittany Powell. Nick, who's originally from Michigan, and Brittany, who's originally from Florida, both moved to North Carolina in 2011. But it wasn't until a couple years later that they met at a mutual friends party. They have been married for 7 years. Leo's name came from a novel that Nick and Brittany read while they were dating. About a week after Leo was born, Nick celebrated his birthday, which happened to fall on Father's Day. It was an extra special way to start off fatherhood. Introducing Henry David Paul Speece, born July 31st, 2019. Henry's parents, Richard and Rebecca, have been married for 6 years after meeting at a church in Pofftown. Matthew Sink performed their wedding in the middle of the sun. Okay, not really, but the day was one of the hottest of all time. Richard is a journeyman lineman for ULCS, and Rebecca works as a compliance officer for a medical supply company. Henry has a big sister, Elizabeth, who's in kindergarten. Elizabeth loves to play outside, and Henry loves to do anything with cars. They're involved with the Essentials class, and Rebecca sings with the choir. Introducing Winston Paul Blatt, born August 19, 2019, to Kevin and Victoria Blatt. The Blatts are originally from New York. They met at a church New Year's Eve party and have been married for 7 years. In 2019, they moved to the area and found Pinedale from an online search. Winston was named after Winston Churchill, and his middle name, Paul, is after Kevin's favorite person in the Bible, the Apostle Paul. Winston has a big sister, Eleanor, a little sister, Clara, and a little brother named Wesley. Winston is a happy partaker of the pancakes that big sister Eleanor and Kevin make together every week. Introducing Henry Wells Thomas, born September 6, 2019. Both of Henry's parents, Wade and Carolyn, work in sales. They met on Match.com and will celebrate their 8th anniversary this May. As a small child, Carolyn briefly attended Pinedale with a friend. A couple of years ago, after they moved back to the area, Wade and Carolyn found their way back here. Henry, who was adopted, has a 4-year-old brother named Hunter, who was also adopted. Both boys were born at the same hospital in Wichita, Kansas. The Thomases enjoy spending time at the beach and in the mountains, and have a family dance party every night. Introducing Grace Elizabeth RAAK, born January 10, 2020, to first-time parents Adam and Elise RAAK. Adam grew up in Illinois and Elise in California. They met several years ago when they worked together and have since enjoyed 6 years of marriage. Adam works in business development and Elise works at Inmar in business management. The RAAKs have been involved in Leave It Better and the 40-Day Home Groups. Grace is quite the history maker. She is the first girl born into the RAAK family since 1917. The RAAKs love to do anything outside, including hiking, swimming, and Grace's personal favorite, swinging. Introducing Everly Grace SWICEGOOD, born January 16, 2020, to proud parents Trey and Crystal. They have been married for 10 years. Trey works in pharmaceutical sales and also does real estate. Crystal is an advanced care planning coordinator for Novant Health. They were both born and raised in the area and began attending Pinedale in 2015. Everly has a big brother named Easton who's in kindergarten. Trey and Crystal are good bingo players. They won $5,000 while playing on a cruise. Their luck wasn't so good a few years ago when one snowy morning their car was stolen by a 14-year-old from right in front of their apartment. Introducing Eli William Cope, born April 28, 2020. Eli's parents, Andrew and Emily, met while attending NC State. They've been married now for 12 years. Andrew is a second-generation veterinarian, and Emily is a livestock nutritionist. They started attending Pinedale in late 2019. Before they started their family, Andrew and Emily lived in the Caribbean on the island of St. Kitts. Eli has a big brother, Wyatt, and a little brother, Davis. The Cope crew loves to be outside and enjoys spending time with their extended family. Eli and his brothers are experiencing something not every kid does, getting to know their great-grandparents. Introducing Carter Jackson CANOVAI, born June 17, 2020. Carter's parents, Bronson and Haley, both grew up in North Carolina. Bronson started attending Pinedale when he was born, along with his 5 older siblings. Bronson and Haley met 10 years ago in college and have been married for 6. Bronson owns his own insurance company, and Haley stays busy at home with Carter and his 3-year-old brother, Chandler. Carter and his family enjoy playing outside. They also like to travel to visit Haley's side of the family. Every Tuesday night, all 6 of the grown CANOVAI kids, along with their spouses and kids, gather together at Grandma and Grandpa's house to eat. Introducing Clara Mae Blatt, born August 28, 2020 to Kevin and Victoria. Yep, that's right, another Blatt baby. They've got a good thing going. They had a baby in 2018, in 2019, and in 2020. They did pause in 2021, but they started off this year with another baby. You'll meet him in next year's parent commissioning. Kevin is a Kappa engineering manager for Cook Medical. Victoria manages the household with 4 kids aged 4 and under. The Blatts like to keep things moving in other ways too. They lived in 4 states and moved 7 times in 6 years. Introducing TORYN WOLCOTT KLOS, born November 5th, 2020 to proud first-time parents Jason and Chrissy. Jason and Chrissy are originally from New York, where they met through a mutual friend. They moved to Winston-Salem about 4 years ago when Jason took a job with the Winston-Salem Police Department. Chrissy is self-employed. In the fall of 2018, they moved to a neighborhood close to Pinedale and started attending. TORYN and his parents love walks and going to the park. TORYN is learning how to work on cars from watching his dad. TORYN's great-great-great-uncle, Oliver Wolcott, signed the Declaration of Independence. Introducing Elijah Ryan Johnson, born March 11, 2021. Elijah's parents, Dustin and Carly, met 8 years ago online and have been married for 4. Dustin works in sales for R.H. Behringer, and Carly is an administrative assistant for a local CPA. Dustin was first invited to Pinedale by a friend in the spring of 2014. Later that fall, after Dustin and Carly met, she began attending as well. Elijah has a big sister named Everly. Elijah and Everly both love to play outside. Dustin and Carly also enjoy playing disc golf. At the Johnson house, Dustin is the primary cook. Elijah loves to eat, so this works out well for him. Introducing Madison Brenda LACKEY, born July 9, 2021 to first-time parents Justin and Monica. Justin and Monica met online 2 years ago and have been married for a year. Justin is originally from Statesville and Monica grew up in Florida. In the summer of 2020, they were walking their dog in the church parking lot. Bill McKenzie stopped to talk with them and invited them to visit the church. They did, and they're still here. In their spare time, they love to travel, visit museums, and listen to live music, especially jazz, classical, and gospel. They also love to eat sushi and enjoy hosting game nights at their home. Introducing Arthur Douglas Powell, born September 12, 2021. Arthur joins his big brother Leo in our parent commissioning this year. Arthur's dad, Nick, is a police officer for the Winston-Salem Police Department. Brittany manages the home life with 2 boys aged 2 and under. The Powells started attending Pinedale in 2015. Arthur's middle name, Douglas, is a family name. He's the 4th boy in the family to carry the name. His family calls him Sleepy Arthur because he's notorious for falling asleep if they let him get too still. In their free time, they enjoy music, playing board games, hiking, and video games. Introducing Nora Kate RICENA, born November 10, 2021 to first-time parents Bruno and Madison. Bruno and Madison met on a blind date. This July, they'll celebrate their 4th anniversary. Bruno began attending Pinedale in high school. In 2020, Madison and Bruno moved back to the area and have been attending as a family since. Bruno works for R.J. Reynolds in consumer marketing, and Madison is a third grade teacher for Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools. The family dogs, Oakley and Chloe, are Nora's best friends. The Racinas enjoy watching college football, playing cornhole, having cookouts, and all things Disney. Introducing Samuel Davis Cope, born December 25, 2021. Samuel, like his dad and oldest brother, goes by his middle name. Davis joined the Cope family a few days early, making his entrance on Christmas Day. Wyatt, Davis's oldest brother, was excited for his arrival right from the start. It took Eli a few more days to accept the reality, but he's now a proud big brother. Davis recently took his first trip to the zoo and to the beach. He's also starting to smile for mom and dad. Someday Davis will learn this important truth. In the Cope house, French fries are a food group. Davis closes out the Pinedale babies born in 2021.